Okay, so having a look at these ones here, guys. We'll go over 1 and 2 for right now. Okay, so in number 1, we have 250 grams of water. How many moles do we have, right? So that's the simplest of the types of mole equation problems. So they've told me the mass is 250 grams. They've told me it's water, so that's H2O. So that's going to be 1.01 times 2 plus 16 for a total of 18.02 grams per mole for our molar mass. Okay, we're looking for the number of moles. Okay, so that'll be N equals little m over big M. Okay, we don't have to manipulate it. It's already set up to find what we're looking for. Okay, so that'll be 250 divided by 18.02. All right, so we've got 13.87 moles. Okay, now I've had a few people come up and ask, how much work do I have to show, Mr. Coderre? And I keep telling him, show it all. But, I mean, the truthful answer is, show as much work as you want to get marks for. Okay? Because in the end, if you write down nothing but the answer, and you get the answer right, I still have to give you full marks for that. Because either you did all the steps and didn't show them, or you're a brilliant guesser, which should be worth full marks, because the odds of guessing 13.87 out of thin air deserves 3 marks. Okay? I mean, that's your once in a lifetime shot at something. Okay? So show all your work. Here's why. If you put down only the answer and it's wrong, what are you going to get? 0. Nothing. Okay? And you probably knew more than nothing. Probably. Okay? So you should really show me, here's what I did, Mr. Coderre. And if you screwed something up in your calculator, I'll know that, because I'll look at this and go, they get that? They wrote it right? Okay? And then it's just a matter of, well, I can't give them a mark for the final answer because they can't type. Okay? That only costs you 1 mark as opposed to 3. Okay? So make sure you show all of your work. Okay, example number 2. In this one, we're looking for the mass. So we're looking for little m here. Okay, they tell us that we have 27.25 moles of calcium bromide. Okay, on a test, how important is it to remember that this is -1 and this is +2 and drop and swap? Very, because you won't get the right molar mass, and that's kind of where your marks will end. That's bad because it's a 4-mark question, right? So we want to make sure we can do that. All right, so we got 40.08 plus 79.9 times 2. All right, so we're looking at 199.88 grams per mole. Okay, so we have N and we have big M. We're looking for little m. We're looking for the mass. So that means that this formula requires manipulation. So I'm going to multiply both sides by big M. Big M will come over here. Okay, that's the part you don't have to show. Right? I'm not interested in you showing me all these steps. I just walk through it each time for the sake of teaching. Okay, all I need to see is M equals N times big M, and then the numbers plugged in. So in this case, that's 27.25 times 199.88. All right, so we're looking at 5,446.73 grams. So about 5.5 kilograms. Okay, everybody all right with that? How many people have done number 3? Okay, let's go over number 3 now. Okay, so in example number 3, they give us the number of molecules and we're looking for the mass. Okay, so we're looking for M, little m. Okay, and we know the number of molecules. What can I use the number of molecules to get? N, right, the number of moles. Okay, so I have 4.5 times 10 to the 25 molecules. Okay, and the material we're dealing with is lithium sulfide. That's Li2 S. Okay, so that's going to be 6.94 times 2 plus 32.07. Okay, so we're looking at 45.95 here. Grams per mole. Okay, so I have big M, and I have a way to get N. And I need N if I'm going to calculate mass. So N is going to equal the number of molecules that I have divided by Avogadro's number, because that's the number of molecules in 1 mole. Okay, so we're going to have our 4.5 times 10 to the 25, so more than a mole, okay, divided by 6.02 times 10 to the 23. Now remember, when you're punching this into your calculator, you need to bracket those numbers, 4.5, E25. If you don't, it will think everything after is part of the exponent, and it will give you a really crazy number, right? Divided by 6.02. All right, so we're looking at 74.75 moles. Okay, remember, we want to keep all of our decimals until the end. I'm not going to write them all down, but I'm going to keep them in the calculator. Okay, and now I'm going to calculate M. All right, so mole equation says N equals little m over big M, so our manipulation is multiply both sides by M, by big M, to get mass by itself. Right, now we can multiply those numbers together, so we'll have our 45.95 multiplied by 74.75 moles. Okay, so we're looking at 3,434.8. 0.80, right?
Just put 0.
Well, I'd say do it to 2 decimal places. All right, 0. If you didn't, I wouldn't make it wrong. Okay, questions on number 3. Okay,
you take the number of molecules and you divide it by Avogadro's number.
Right.
Do you take the rounded number, or do you take the...
Keep all the decimals.
Keep all the decimals,
Yeah.
So
Because it makes a big difference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got like 0.76 instead of 0.78.
Right. So we want to...
So I drop the decimals.
Yeah, don't drop the decimals till the very end. All right, how many people have done number 4? Okay, I'm going to give you a couple more minutes then, and then I'll run over number 4. If you're done number 4 already, you can go back to working on the mole equation worksheet from yesterday. Okay, we still have about 20 minutes or so left in class here, so we want to get good and practiced on that. Yeah. So for number 4, okay, we're asked to find the number of molecules in this one. So again, we'll have to use Avogadro's number here in the last step. Okay, we're told that it's potassium carbonate, so that'll help us to get big M. It's K2CO3. Right, so we'll be looking at 39.10 times 2, okay, plus 12.01 plus 16 times 3 for our molar mass. 39.1 times 2 plus 12.01 plus 48. Okay, so 138.21 grams per mole for our molar mass of potassium carbonate. Okay, they also tell me how much of it I have, 500 grams. So I'm looking for the number of molecules. I'm going to get the number of molecules. I still need to use the mole equation to find number of moles. Okay, so N equals little m over big M, and those are the two numbers I have. 500 grams divided by 138.21 grams per mole. So 500 divided by our molar mass, we have 3.62 moles. Again, again, you're going to keep all those decimals. I'm just not writing them all down. Okay, so we got 3.62 moles, and if I want to calculate the number of molecules, I take the number of moles and I multiply by the number of molecules in 1 mole, Avogadro's number. Okay, so number of molecules equals n times Avogadro's number. Okay, which will look like this. 3.62 moles times 6.02 times 10 to the 23. And that's essentially the units on this, guys, is like molecules per mole. Right? So the moles cancel and I'll be left with molecules. Okay. So all the decimals times Avogadro's number, 6.02 E23. All right, so we have 2.18 times 10 to the 24 molecules. Okay, are these starting to make some sense?
Yes.
All right, so we still got about 12, 13 minutes or so to work on some mole equation problems from the worksheet. I'll put it up here on the board. Reminder that tomorrow I will be doing the unit exam review. Okay, you already have the review package in Google Classroom. Thursday of last week I put that up, so if you're looking for it, that's where it is. Okay, but I will go over the key concepts for this unit. I'll talk about what's going to be on the test, how many questions, all that kind of stuff, and then I'll take questions from you guys. Okay, whatever you want to review, we can review, and then Friday, I think we'll kind of work on some random questions that I'll make up that kind of encompass everything from the unit, and then Monday you write your test. Now, what do you need to bring on Monday to the test? Calculator, a real one, okay? A scientific one. Pencils, plural, okay? And your periodic table. I will have to inspect your periodic table. If you have written a whole bunch of stuff on it, you will have to I will give you a new one. Basically, guys, all that should be written on your periodic table are like the prefixes. Like, 1 through 10, so mono through deca is really about all you should have written on there. Anything else, and that's more of a note to self, okay, and that's not good.
For the solubility, you didn't put anything, so I added that and
That's fine. I made sure that the ones that are on the test are on here. Okay. All right, let's get to work on those mole equation problems here. I'll put them up on the board. I know.
Doesn't have to use scientific notation.
Yes, because everything else is grams. Yeah. Yep.
Can you use scientific notation for answers like 0.001?
Absolutely, you can use scientific notation. Yep. Okay, so here's the questions again, guys. Okay, that's kind of the second page there. So. Here. So question is about number 7. Do I want you to do that? Yes, I do. But let's quickly talk about question number 7. Okay, because it's very much like question number 6. Okay, it's asking which contains more atoms, a mole of iron or a mole of oxygen gas. So what we're looking at here, guys, is this. If I have a mole of iron, I have 6.02 times 10 to the 23 atoms of iron. But if I have a mole of oxygen, I have 6.02 times 10 to the 23 molecules of oxygen. Which one has more atoms? Oxygen. Okay, because oxygen is a molecular element. That is, it comes as a pair. Right? So that's what we're talking about there is, okay, yes, a mole always represents the same number, 6.02 times 10 to the 23, but, okay, it's always representing a number of the base, particle, okay, whether that's a molecule or an atom, depends on what you're doing. Okay? All right. So for tomorrow, guys, make sure you have something to write on because I'm going to go, like I say, go over a bunch of stuff. in relation to the test tomorrow. So come ready to review. And I would say also, review some stuff tonight and come with some questions. Okay? We'll have time for questions and answers tomorrow, so come with some questions. Okay?